This is a special Kerala story or Kerala files that everyone must watch. Don't miss. Hello, everybody. In today's episode, we will see how a powerful South Indian king changed the history of Europe. Yes, that's right. He changed the history of Europe. We often hear that the Europeans changed the history of other parts of the world, they invaded them, etc. But this story today is a special story because a South Indian king changed the history of Europe. This great king, statesman, and Padmanabha Dhasa, as the kings called themselves, was not just a king who ruled Kerala, but he made sure that the Europeans do not possess a monopoly in the Indian Ocean trade. He just gave away his kingdom to Lord Padmanabha Swami of Tiruvananthapuram and called themselves as Padmanabha Dhasa. What a great king. Let's see about this great king today. First, we have to understand what was the prevalent situation in 18th century South India, especially Kerala. The power of King of Venad was very weak and he was not able to sustain his power over the kingdom. The old political structure, which was of the medieval kingdom, was weak, and this gave rise to internal rivalry. Because of this political structural crisis, there were three main problems that Marthandavarma, who just ascended the throne, had to face. The first, decentralized states which had complex feudal and structural relationships. Second, European monopoly over the Indian Ocean, which was a big problem for the state of Kerala. And the third, quarrels and open fights between the lineages of the kingdom to claim the throne. Now, let us see how Marthandavarma overcame all this and became the great king that we refer to him as today. Marthandavarma ascended the throne when the crisis in Travancore or Tiruvananthapuram had already deepened. King Ramavarma was forced to invite the troops from Tamil Nadu, collect dues and impose taxes on his citizens. Even the Padmanabha Swami temple affairs was declining because of the lack of funds. The Thampi brothers, who were sons of Ramavarma, immediately revolted against Marthandavarma as soon as he ascended the throne. Marthandavarma, who was a great bhakta of Padmanabha Swami temple, could not see the temple in such a stage. That is where he started taking all the actions. Marthandavarma's reign was one that was clouded with warfare, both internal and external. Like we saw, there were three main problems that were hovering on his throne as soon as he ascended it. Now we will see how he took care of all of them. So first, Marthandavarma created a maritime policy where he supported the Syrian Christians to take over the trade routes so that there is no Western influence or monopoly in the Indian Ocean. This actually stopped the Westerners from taking over the trade, making profits out of it, which actually also bewildered them. Next, he adopted Chanakya Niti mode of discipline to his army and expanded the kingdom northwards. He built a sizable standing army of 50,000, which was so powerful and known throughout Kerala. He designed this standing army as a part of an elaborate and well-built war machine. He prepared for war. He fortified his kingdom. Finally, this gets very interesting here. The Wall of Kolachal. Travancore army under Marthandavarma launched a series of sieges and raids on the Dutch forts around the area and inside the kingdom and occupied all of them, kicking out the Dutch from the forts. So in retaliation, the Dutch army brought in the artillery from Ceylon. King Marthandavarma, who was waiting for this, marched with his humongous army to Kalkulam. Kalkulam was a place where the Dutch artillery was waiting for King Marthandavarma's army, who came with such vigor and fiercity that the Dutch army started fearing them. The way the army was fighting created a fear in the Dutch army and most of them ran away. This was 10th August 1741 when Battle of Kolachal was won by King Marthandavarma and more than 20,000 Dutch army men were captured. Instead of celebrating Jayanti of when Vasco da Gama came to India, Kerala should start celebrating 10th August as the victory day. Marthandavarma defeated the Dutch in Kerala and kicked them out of the Indian Ocean. He kicked them so hard out of Indian Ocean and the territory that they were in that the Dutch were decimated and they could never rise into a superpower. This was something that even the British and French couldn't do, but our great king Martanda Varma decimated the Dutch and made sure they never rise to power again. This is how this great king changed the history of Europe for good. Thank you all for watching. Please share, subscribe and comment below. If you don't like the video, let me know by disliking the video and commenting below. If you do like the video, to support me, like the video. Thank you so much. Love you all.